Surah Yusuf, chapter 12, verse 2 states, "Inna anzalnahu Qur'ānan Arabiyyan la'allakum ta'qilun." Indeed, we sent it down as an Arabic Qur'an so that you may understand. But what does it truly mean that the Qur'an came down? Did a book physically fall from the sky? In everyday life, many things come down without moving in space. Ideas descend into the mind. Inspiration descends into the heart. Understanding descends into clarity. Here, descent is about level, from a higher, subtler reality into a form that humans can receive. Imagine rain. It begins as invisible vapor, rises, gathers into clouds, and finally falls as nourishing water. The water remains the same, yet its form transforms so life can benefit. Similarly, the Qur'an begins in an invisible, limitless state and descends gradually into sound, language, and writing. It points to this origin. Rather, it is a glorious Qur'an in a guarded tablet. بل هو قرآن مجيد في لوح محفوظ. Surah Al-Buruj, chapter 85, verses 21 and 22.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Life on earth is defined by limits. Time moves in one direction, bodies age, language has boundaries, and the mind can only hold so much. Yet within the personal world, the inner world of intellect and soul, there are no such limits. A single thought can cross centuries. One meaning can unfold endlessly. One verse can speak differently at every stage of life. The Qur'an descends from the limitless into the limited so that humans may gradually grow toward the infinite. What seems confined on the page becomes boundless in the personal world. This descent was necessary. If the Qur'an had remained in its highest spiritual intensity, humans could not approach it. Just as the sun's light must pass through the atmosphere to sustain life, revelation must take form for understanding to arise. Divine wisdom does not overwhelm, it educates. The descent of the Qur'an is an act of mercy, making eternal meaning accessible without losing depth.
Yali Madad Karima, what is a personal world in a nutshell?
Malali Madad Karim, we all know that physically a human being lives in this material world, but what many do not realize is that this world also exists within us, subtly and inwardly. The macrocosm is contained within the microcosm. Just as a whole tree is hidden within a seed, multiple inner worlds are contained within the human soul.
Does this verse have an outer and inner meaning?
It does. Exoterically, shadows are understood as physical protection, shade, clothing, caves, or mountains. But in Tawil, the inner meaning of shadows, zilal, plural of zil, is that each one of us has a personal world. That is, it has a soul and intellect.
And what exists within this personal world?
Within it lies the potential image of God's living light, and hidden in that light is a treasure through which a person may recognize their own true self.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Remember, asking is the key to spiritual progress.
Before the Qur'an was spoken, heard, or written, it already existed as meaning. Like a tree within a seed before any branch appears, the Qur'an existed within the mother of the book. It says, "Indeed, it is in the mother of the book with us, exalted and full of wisdom. وَإِنَّهُ فِي Ummu'l-Kitab لَدَيْنَا لَعَلِيٌّ حَكِيمٌ." Surah Az-Zukhruf, chapter 43, verse 4. At this level, there is no Arabic, sound, or ink, only perfect knowledge. This perfect, exalted knowledge is not abstract or distant. It is embodied in a living guide, the trustee of divine wisdom who can reveal both its outer form and hidden meaning. In this light, Maulana Ali alayhi salam stands as the first manifestation of this exalted wisdom after the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Just as the Qur'an's essence is full of guidance and insight, he embodies that wisdom in his intellect, character, and presence. Through him, the infinite meanings of the mother of the book become accessible, enabling human beings to grasp what would otherwise remain hidden. He is the lamp that illuminates the heart, making the boundless knowledge of the Qur'an tangible and alive.
Yalimada Karima, when people hear Ummu'l-Kitab, they often feel confused. What does it really mean?
Sure. At its root, Ummu'l-Kitab means the mother or source of the book. It points to where the Quran originally originates from, and where its meanings are preserved and guidance is articulated.
How does Surah Al-Fatiha fit into this understanding?
Exoterically, Surah Al-Fatiha is called Ummu'l-Kitab because it contains the essence of the entire Quran. This means that all the wisdoms of the wise Quran and the book of the universe are condensed in it. Just as a mother carries a child within her, Al-Fatiha carries the meanings of the entire Quran within it before they unfold throughout the rest of the book. This is called Tawil.
That explains the outer meaning. What about the inner meaning of Ummu'l-Kitab?
Esoterically, Ummu'l-Kitab is not a written chapter, but a living reality. The Quran says, "Indeed, it is in the Ummu'l-Kitab with us, exalted and full of wisdom." Surah Zukhruf 43:4. This tells us that with God, the Quran exists as living light, not as letters.
How does the example of mother and child help us understand this inner meaning?
Just as a mother is the womb in which life is formed, the universal soul is the womb in which divine meanings take form. Exoterically, the mother refers to Maulana Ali alayhi salam as the living bearer of the Quran. Esoterically, the mother refers to the universal soul, the womb of all meanings.
Is this connection supported by the Prophet's teachings?
Yes, the Prophet said, "Ali is with the Quran and the Quran is with Ali. They will never separate." This shows that the Quran's inner life is preserved through living guidance. Just as a child cannot exist without a mother, the Quran's wisdom cannot exist without its living bearer, outwardly in Maulana Ali alayhi salam and inwardly in the Holy Spirit.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. If I may add, this should remind us that the Quran is not only read, but carried. Like a mother carrying a child, its guidance lives through both outer words and inner light, guiding the heart as much as the mind. Think what the Imam of the time has said, "Carry your faith everywhere."
Karima, I have another question.
Sure. Kareem, hold that question for a moment. Sometimes understanding begins when a question is allowed to rest within us before it speaks again.
Yali Madad Karima, I spent a restless night reflecting on my question. Listening to what you explained earlier about divine wisdom, guidance, and the Quran's use of us, I realized it touches something many people struggle with. We are taught that Tawhid means God is one, absolute, and independent. How should we understand this oneness when the Quran speaks in a way that involves angels, prophets, and the guides of the time in the unfolding of wisdom without compromising God's absolute unity?
No, God alone is the absolute source of all wisdom. The phrase "with us" does not divide God's oneness. Rather, it describes how divine wisdom is safeguarded and conveyed through the realm of command in the heavens and through the prophets and the living guide on earth, without ever departing from God's absolute unity.
Then why does the Quran use the plural form at all?
Because us expresses divine majesty and order, not number. It points to the sacred realm closest to God, where His command exists without distortion. Spiritually, this includes the lofty angels who carry and guard His command.
How does this relate to human guidance on Earth?
Divine wisdom does not remain abstract. On earth, with us, is manifested through chosen human beings, the prophets, and after them, the imams, who receive, protect, and interpret revelation in living form. You should know that the living workshop of God is in the earth.
So when the Quran says it is with us, exalted and wise, what should we understand?
It means that the Quran is with God in its source, and with living guidance in its manifestation. In its origin, it is divine. In its transmission, it is safeguarded through those appointed to carry its inner meaning.
Why is this understanding important?
Because without living guardianship, revelation would remain words alone. With us tells us that divine guidance is alive, protected, and accessible, spiritually through the unseen realm, and visibly through the guides of the time. And one more thing, in this way, with us preserves both God's oneness and humanity's need for living guidance.
What would you advise our viewers to take away from today's session?
Reflection is essential when approaching the Quran. Two things are especially important. First, spiritual Tayid, the inner help that comes through the Imam. Second, especially in the beginning, guidance from someone versed in esoteric understanding, so one can gain a firm footing. Today's discussion is meant to awaken questions, and those questions should be voiced, perhaps in the comments. Simply listening and moving on may leave one struggling to grasp the deeper locus of the Ismaili path. Inshallah, the inner soul is always ready to be nourished when the intention is sincere. Ya Ali Madad.
Every verse you hear is only a doorway. Beyond the sound lies a living light waiting to be recognized. Continue the journey. Subscribe, share, comment, and click the bell icon, for the path ahead unfolds only for those who walk inward.